Hi, I'm Gianna and welcome. Today I am doing a tutorial on how to apply false eyelashes. This is an awesome way to amp up any makeup look. A lot of my clients ask how they can do this on their own without having to just come in the salon and get their makeup done. So if you want to learn how to apply false eyelashes, just keep watching and please subscribe to see more how-to videos. Okay, so let's get into applying these lashes. So I am using the Ardell brand in their Faux Mink collection. I am using style 811. They are a really pretty wispy style. Depending on your eye shape, your eye size, it's definitely good to try different styles, but it's really fun to play with more dramatic, more natural looks with lashes, depending on your comfort level, but I'm all about lashes. They make the biggest difference. So I am starting off by removing the lash from the container with a tweezer. Make sure you're really gentle because you don't want to damage the lash. So then I will go in and measure the lash to my eye. So my eyes aren't super big, so I usually have to trim the lash. I will hold it up to my lash line and then determine how much I want to cut off of the lash, and always cut from the inner portion of the lash. You don't want to, take away from the length because that's the best part. So I am going in and I'm just gonna hold this up to my eye. And I'm almost gonna pretend to apply it, but this has no glue or anything. Okay, so it's not too bad. I'm just gonna remove a little bit from the inner corner just so it does not irritate. If you have your lash go too far into the inner corner of your eye, it can maybe become a little uncomfortable. So I'm gonna just trim a little bit of that off. So I just have my little scissors here. I'm gonna just take a little smidge off the inner corner. So I am going to measure that up to the other lash so they are the same length. So what I usually do, I'll take my eyelash, here she is. I usually just pinch each side and I'll just wiggle it a little bit just to kind of get a little flexibility going so that they really mold to your eye really well. So I will do that to both lashes. And that just kind of loosens them up a little bit so that they form around the rounded shape of your eye. To use the Duo glue. I like the brush-on version, and I like to use the clear glue. I know a lot of people like black, but that tends to get a little messy if you make a little mistake. The clear is much more forgiving, and I usually just go over top of my lash with a liquid liner to hide any, remnants of the glue. So I'm going to take my glue and I am just going to brush on to the band. You don't want to put too much, but enough to coat it, but not to be goopy. And you want to really get those corners, the inner and the outer corner. And then you're gonna wanna just wait, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds. Let it dry a little bit so it gets nice and tacky, so it will adhere right to your lash line. So I usually use a tweezer for this because I can get a lot more precise application. So I always look down. I usually put my mirror down below, and I'll just place it right on the lash line. So you don't need to get the entire lash band adhered to your eye on your first drop. You just want to place it and then you kind of work both corners. And just press that in. lightly pinch the tweezer and push toward my lash line. So I'm kind of pushing like in and down just to make sure it really is touching that lash line. So you want it to stick to your skin, not your actual lashes, but be as absolutely close as possible. So again, taking that eyelash and just brushing that glue right onto the lash band. Making sure to really get a little extra glue on both corners. So I'm gonna wait about 20 seconds to let this get tacky. Then looking down at my mirror, I am going to just drop that lash down. Doesn't have to be fully adhered to the lash line in one drop. And then just working your corners. And just pressing in and down toward your lash line so it really adheres to your skin. And whenever I do makeup on clients, I always tell them not to close their eye when they're applying eyelashes because you don't want to glue your eye together. You just want to look down. That's super important. So you just want to look down with your eyes open and just apply that lash. So at this point, both lashes are on. I always do like a little check, a little test. I'll kind of lift the corners a little bit just to check to see if they are definitely adhered, because if those corners start to lift a little bit, then you know you're in trouble. If the wind blows and your lash goes flying, that ain't cute. So just gonna kind of stick my finger under. Good. My left eye feels really good. I think the inner corner of the right eye just needs another little dab. So if that ever happens, what I do, I will just almost peel the lash away from the lash line slightly, just like a couple centimeters, and then I will brush the glue just right onto the lash line, just kind of tap where I need it, just to make sure things are really adhered. So I'll just really gently follow the lash band again, waiting for it to get a little tacky, and then I'll just press that back into the lash line. And I usually tend to use my pinky as an anchor to really stabilize my hand doing anything around the eye. So especially when you have tweezers near your eyes. I know some people say you're not supposed to use tweezers to put lashes on, but come on. You gotta like get it in there, you know? Okay. So now that my lashes are on, I'm gonna go in and just apply a little mascara just to blend my natural lashes in with the false lashes. So I'm just taking a little bit of Tarte's Lights Camera lashes, and I'm going to just blend my lashes in with the falsies. Just getting really close to that base and wiggling upward. So I'm not really coating the falsies, I'm just getting this on my lash, because if you want to rewear the falsies, you don't want to dirty them up too much. You really want to make sure you get those little lashes on the inner corner because that's what's going to look like these falsies are your real lashes, because you're not going to be able to see where your real lashes and the falsies start and stop. So I'll just turn my mascara brush a little bit and just feather in there and get really, really close to the root. So now at this point, I am just going to apply a little bit more liquid eyeliner onto the band of the lash just to make this perfectly seamless. So I'm just going to drag this across the lash line. So now that lash line is all hidden, I am gonna go just apply the rest of my face makeup, and then I will come back and show you the finished look. And this is the final look for my false eyelash tutorial. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot. Please feel free to leave a question below, and I'd love to hear your suggestions for what you'd like to learn next. Also, head on over to my how-to playlist to learn more. P.S. If you live in the Philadelphia area and would like to make a hair makeup appointment with me, the contact info is below. Come see me at Salon Moda.